Hey friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first video of mine, go ahead and click subscribe so you don't miss any of my updated content. So today we are going to talk about lipid barriers or moisture barriers. It's such a buzzy thing right now. And I want to show you Mary Kay's lineup and how to repair it and how it gets damaged so you are better informed about your skin. But I have had a theory for a very long time that everyone is walking around. I don't care if you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin. Everyone is walking around with dry skin because of our environment, because of how we treat it, because of what we eat and drink, and because of all the things added up together, it has destroyed that natural lipid barrier. The first thing I want to talk about is just how do we damage it. I kind of gave you a list in a second, or just a second ago, but I will say that anytime you're in the sun or the wind or in a heavily polluted area, all of those things. The other thing that's big right now too is using skincare products that are not age appropriate. So there's a lot of really young girls. I have a 9-year-old at home, but there's 9 to 13-year-olds that want to use the high-end retinol anti-aging that can also mess with their natural lipid barrier. So make sure if you have that going on in your household that you have age-appropriate products for them. It's super important. But let's just take a deep breath and go, okay, the damage is done. What am I gonna do about it? The other thing too, if you find that your texture is consistently not improving or you get rashes very easily, some of that can be lipid barrier damage, but it can also mean that you're using skincare products that are just a little bit too harsh. And so if you're in that repair zone, it doesn't mean you can't go back to using all of those things, but if we over-exfoliate, if we overdo it, sometimes our skin just gets a little bit mad, and you'll know. I mean, we all know when that happens, yet we still do it. I've done it. And so how do you repair that? How do you get your skin back? And so my best advice is to go super basic for a while, really gentle, non-foaming cleanser. Okay, I would recommend a cleanser from the Mary Kay skincare line or the Time Wise Miracle Set. They're very gentle cleansers. That would be good. And then just a daily moisturizer, and then maybe 1 or 2 of these products. So I want to give you just some ideas on ingredients and things that help repair that lipid barrier. So the biggest one, if you Google this right now, the first thing that's going to come up are these 2 things, ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Okay, so we're going to talk about what those things are because everyone's walking around talking about it. I don't know that everyone knows what they mean. So ceramide is a lipid that's naturally found in your skin, and it strengthens your skin, okay? And then hyaluronic acid, or HA, is kind of the short form for it. It's actually a humectant. It pulls moisture into your skin, so that's really cool. And the thing I love about hyaluronic acid, it's kind of plumping too because it's so hydrating. So it plumps and hydrates. Now, I have to say, out of all the product options, and this isn't even all of them, you guys, I curated some of my top faves for the different jobs that you might have with repairing it. One of my favorites, and honestly, this is it's hard to let go of your favorite that you've had the same favorite for 10 years, but this is very quickly becoming my #1 favorite product, and it is our HA Plus Ceramide Hydrator Booster. Boosters are a little bit more concentrated than serums, so this has both the hyaluronic acid and the ceramide, and it is those 2 things jacked up on steroids. It is so powerful, but yet so gentle. It's really thin. It spreads on your skin. Every time I put it on, I go, oh, it just feels so good, and it's so soothing. So that is hyaluronic and ceramide in one product. So those are kind of 2 ingredients that really help with that moisture barrier. Another one, believe it or not, is niacinamide. Now, normally niacinamide is we have it in another booster called ferulic acid and niacinamide brightener. I swear I should just get an honorary degree in skincare for being able to say these things. But this one actually technically is for brightening, meaning if you have uneven skin tone or that kind of thing. But the thing most people don't know about niacinamide is it's actually an anti-inflammatory. It's vitamin B3. So it really does a ton for moisture retention. It strengthens your skin. So again, and the really cool thing is these 2 boosters can be used together. So if you use both, you're plumping, you're hydrating, you're evening out your skin tone. I mean, these are all things that we are not mad about, right? Okay, so I want to talk about just a couple other options that most people don't know about. So in our Clinical Solutions line, which is the same line as the boosters, we have a retinol set. Okay, and retinol is like the dermatological standard for anti-aging. So if you're looking for powerful, you know, wrinkle busting, you want, you know, evening out your skin tone, you want it all in one product, that's really good. But it has this little sister that nobody talks about. And there is some magic in Little Sister here. And Little Sister is actually called Clinical Solutions Calm and Restore Facial Milk. You guys, this is so big because the fourth thing that majorly helps repair a damaged lipid barrier is plant oils. And this guy right here has 4 of them in one bottle. And I've actually used this. So the Calming Milk is technically for when you're doing your retinizing or getting your skin used to retinol. This helps, you know, calm your face. It prevents any burning from it, that type of thing. But I took that and thought, well, if it's good for that, what happens if your skin is really dry or really sensitive? Or my poor little daughter, her hands, they use so much hand sanitizer at school, the back of her hands just get dry and cracked. But she's very sensitive to a lot of things and it stings, but we put a bunch of this on and then we do a really thick cream to kind of seal it in, and she does it overnight and we wake up in the morning and her hands are completely fixed. I mean, this stuff, I mean, you can use this on so many things. It's actually the closest thing you can get to mimicking your skin's natural lipid barrier. So it's really super thin. So you can, I mean, look at how like thin that is. It just spreads on really easily. So it's not gonna add any bulk to your skincare routine. And most people would not think of this, but you can actually wear this every day. And I have had, you know, as we get older and we change and whatnot, anytime I've ever had something weird pop up with my skin, I use this and just go really basic with my routine, and it really helps a lot. So the 4 oils in this one, it's coconut oil, jojoba oil, that's how you say that, safflower oil, and olive oil. It also has squalane, I don't know how to say that, in it too. So super hydrating. So if you're in like full-blown I need to repair, like this is a great option too. We also have, along the plant oil thread, we also have figures. I can't keep anything upright on my carpeting. The Mary Kay Nourishing Oil, I absolutely love that. It's sweet almond oil, sesame oil, and olive oil. So again, really hydrating. You might do that as like a night treatment. We have an overnight moisture renewing gel mask. This thing, you guys, it goes on clear. Here, I'll put some on my hand. So it looks like this pink and it goes on clear. And once it dries, you actually can't feel it anymore. And you can wear it overnight like a normal, you know, like it won't rub in your pillows or anything, or you can just like leave it on for 30 minutes and wipe it off. But this really helps. I call it Gatorade for your face. It just like helps with that moisture retention again. And then I have another YouTube video on the Time-Wise Repair Biocellulose Lifting Masks. These are great if you have an event coming up. But again, it's got that coconut cellulose, that's that plant oil. It's got just a lot of very hydrating and plumping ingredients in that. And then we also have 2 intense moisturizers if you just need to add a little more moisture on a daily basis. And then one of Mary Kay's original, most famous products is Extra Emollient Night Cream. This is really thick, okay, really thick, like Vaseline thick, and it seals in the moisture, because part of the problem is we put all these things on, but we don't seal it in with like our foundation as a protective step or something thicker, and it just evaporates out of our skin so quickly if we're in the wind or we're in the pollution or we're in all of the elements. And so putting a little thin layer of this Extra Emollient Night Cream feels so amazing. I love to do this at night. And again, this is what I used on my little daughter's hands, is we do some of this Clinical Solutions Calming Milk on the back of her hands, and then I seal it with this Extra Emollient Night Cream. And if they're really bad, she'll wear a little glove, like a little winter glove overnight, and just seals that moisture and just fixes that. So lots of really great uses for all of these products. So if you're like, oh my gosh, Emily, like I don't even know where to start, that's what's so great, you guys. In Mary Kay, you get to work with a beauty consultant. So I might be her, you might have your own beauty consultant, but ask her, because based on how oily you are, and I do want to say this for my oily friends. If you have super oily skin, it could just be that some of that oiliness could be repaired by repairing your skin's natural moisture barrier. Because when we don't have that right, sometimes our body actually overcompensates and produces oil. So again, she's gonna be able to ask you some questions. We also have a free app. It's called the Skin, the Mary Kay. If you go to your little app store in your Apple or Android phone, it's called the Mary Kay Skin Analyzer app. It's kind of genius because you like take a picture of yourself and it analyzes the underlying damage of your skin and recommends products, so that can be a tool. But honestly, based on what you've got going on, we can recommend what would be best for you. But I mean, if I had to generically tell you, girl, this, like, you are not gonna be mad at this. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And this is the HA plus Ceramide Hydrator Booster. Like, you are not gonna be mad at this. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what my skincare routine would feel like without this, and it's a newer product. I mean, it's only been out a couple of years, so it's a really, really good place to start if you don't have something like this already. So hopefully this just gives you some quick ideas. I didn't want to make this super long in case, you know, this is a topic you've been kind of thinking about, wondering about. Yeah, and then obviously, like, protecting your skin, you know, if it's protective clothing or protective sunscreen or pre-gaming. Okay, maybe you need to pre-game before you go out in the wind on your pontoon boat this summer. And what I mean by that, it's not having beverages, it's put a little layer, put your sunscreen on and do a little layer of extra emollient night cream over your cheeks to just like seal in that moisture and keep the wind out and the salt or the pond water or the lake water out. I mean, whatever you gotta do. So pre-game your skincare if you know you're gonna be in the harsh elements, and it is gonna make a world of difference. I hope you're laughing. I hope you love my shirt. I think Coca-Cola should pay me. They're not going to, but I will take all the free Diet Coke things in the event that they do. So it's great hanging with you again, friends. Thanks for being a part of my YouTube channel and my community.